Lux levels for office lighting are as follows. For interior general office work, 500 to 750 lux is recommended. For detailed office work, 750 to 1000 lux is typical. For drafting and design, 1000 to 1500 lux may be appropriate. For exterior entrances and exits, aim for 200 to 500 lux. Parking lots generally require 100 to 200 lux. Pathways and sidewalks should have 50 to 100 lux. The corresponding tube light fitting wattage depends on several factors. These include the lumen's output or brightness, the luminaire efficiency, which is how much light is emitted per watt, the ceiling height, the room size, and the reflectance of surfaces. As a general guide, the following wattage ranges can be used for interiors. 18 watts to 24 watts is suitable for 500 to 750 lux. 24 watts to 32 watts is suitable for 750 to 1000 lux. 32 watts to 40 watts is suitable for 1000 to 1500 lux. For exteriors, 18 watts to 24 watts can be used for 200 to 500 lux. 12 watts to 18 watts is good for 100 to 200 lux. And 10 watts to 12 watts is generally adequate for 50 to 100 lux. When designing an office lighting system, consider these points. Firstly, calculate the required lumen output by multiplying the lux level by the room area. Secondly, determine the number of fittings by dividing the total required lumen output by the lumen output per fitting. Thirdly, choose the appropriate wattage considering the ceiling height, room size, and reflectance of the surfaces. Fourthly, arrange the fittings to ensure even distribution of light and to minimize glare. Fifthly, use dimmers to adjust the light levels for different tasks. Sixthly, consider natural light and design windows to optimize daylighting. Seventhly, account for glare and use diffusers or louvers to reduce glare from direct light sources. Finally, meet building codes and safety regulations, adhering to industry standards and regulations regarding lighting levels and safety. Therefore, to elaborate further, lux is a measure of illuminance quantifying the amount of light falling on a surface. Higher lux values indicate brighter lighting. In offices, appropriate lux levels are crucial for visual comfort, productivity, and safety. Insufficient lighting can lead to eye strain, headaches, and reduced performance, while excessive brightness can cause glare and discomfort. Consider general office areas typically require 500 to 750 lux for tasks such as reading, writing, and computer work. Detailed tasks such as drafting, design, or inspection often necessitate higher lux levels ranging from 750 to 1500 lux. Exterior lighting is equally important for safety and security. Entrances and exits should be well lit with 200 to 500 lux to ensure visibility for pedestrians and vehicles. Parking lots require lower light levels, typically 100 to 200 lux, while pathways and sidewalks need only 50 to 100 lux for safe navigation. To determine the appropriate tube light wattage for a specific application, one must consider several factors beyond just the desired lux level. The lumen output of the tube light is a primary consideration. Lumens measure the total amount of light emitted by a light source. Higher lumen outputs result in brighter illumination. Luminaire efficiency, expressed as lumens per watt, indicates how effectively the fitting converts electrical power into light. More efficient luminaires provide more light for the same amount of energy consumption. Ceiling height affects the distribution of light. Higher ceilings require more powerful light sources to achieve the desired lux level at the work surface. Room size also plays a crucial role. Larger rooms require more light to maintain uniform illuminance. The reflectance of surfaces, such as walls, ceilings, and floors, influences the amount of light reflected back into the room. Higher reflectance values contribute to brighter overall illumination. To estimate the required wattage, begin by calculating the total lumen output needed for the space. Multiply the desired lux level by the room area in square meters. For example, a 50 square meter office space requiring 500 lux would need 25,000 lumens. Next, determine the number of fittings required by dividing the total lumen output by the lumen output per fitting. Assume each fitting emits 2000 lumens, You would need 12.5 fittings, practically 13 fittings, to achieve the desired illuminance. Choose the appropriate wattage for each fitting based on its lumen output and efficiency. Tube lights are available in various wattages, typically ranging from 18 watts to 40 watts. For general office areas, 18 watts to 24 watts tube lights may be sufficient, while detailed work areas may require 32 watts to 40 watts tube lights. Consider the color temperature of the light source. Color temperature, measured in Kelvin, affects the perceived color of the light. Cool white light with a color temperature of 4000 Kelvin to 5000 Kelvin is generally preferred for office environments as it promotes alertness and concentration. Arrange the fittings strategically to ensure uniform light distribution and minimize glare. Position the fittings to avoid direct light shining into the eyes of occupants. Use diffusers or louvers to soften the light and reduce glare. They must offer flexibility in adjusting light levels to suit different tasks and preferences. Install dimmers to allow occupants to customize the lighting according to their needs. Consider incorporating natural light into the office design. Maximize daylighting by strategically positioning windows and skylights. Use light shelves or reflectors to distribute natural light deeper into the space. Account for glare from windows and other light sources. Use blinds, shades, or curtains to control the amount of direct sunlight entering the room. Ensure the lighting design complies with relevant building codes and safety regulations. Adhere to industry standards such as those published by the Illuminating Engineering Society, WISE, to ensure safe and effective lighting. Consider the energy efficiency of the lighting system. Choose energy-efficient tube lights and luminaires to reduce energy consumption and operating costs. Implement lighting controls such as occupancy sensors and daylight harvesting systems to further optimize energy savings. Conduct regular maintenance of the lighting system to ensure optimal performance. Replace burned-out lamps promptly and clean luminaires regularly to maintain light output. Consider the impact of lighting on the overall aesthetics of the office space. Choose luminaires that complement the architectural design and create a visually appealing environment. In summary, designing an effective office lighting system requires careful consideration of lux levels, tube light wattage, and various design factors. By following these guidelines, you can create a well-lit, comfortable, and productive work environment. Remember to prioritize visual comfort, energy efficiency, and compliance with safety regulations. Always consult with a qualified lighting professional for complex lighting projects. The information presented serves as a general guide and should be adapted to the specific requirements of each project. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when working with electrical systems. Regular maintenance is essential to ensure the continued performance and longevity of the lighting system. Replace burned-out lamps promptly and clean luminaires regularly to maintain optimal light output. Consider the use of lighting control systems to further enhance energy efficiency and user comfort. Occupancy sensors can automatically turn off lights in unoccupied areas, while daylight harvesting systems can adjust artificial lighting levels based on the amount of available natural light. Investigate the latest advancements in lighting technology, such as light-emitting diode, LED tube lights, which offer superior energy efficiency and life when compared to traditional fluorescent tube lights. Consider the long-term cost savings and environmental benefits of upgrading to LED lighting. Consider the psychological effects of lighting on occupants. Studies have shown that lighting can affect mood, alertness, and productivity. Choose lighting that promotes a positive and stimulating work environment. Experiment with different lighting schemes to determine the most effective solution for your specific needs. Consider the use of task lighting to provide focused illumination for specific tasks. Task lighting can supplement general lighting and improve visual acuity for detailed work. In conclusion, designing an effective office lighting system is a multifaceted process that requires careful consideration of numerous factors. By adhering to best practices and consulting with lighting professionals, you can create a lighting environment that enhances productivity, promotes well-being, and minimizes energy consumption. Remember to prioritize safety, sustainability, and user comfort in all aspects of the lighting design. Continually evaluate and adapt the lighting system to meet the evolving needs of the office space and its occupants. Properly designed and maintained lighting systems contribute significantly to the overall success and sustainability of any office environment.